Welcome back to our series, Milestones of American Sovereignty. We now continue with part 2 of the battles of Lexington and Concord. Captain John Parker issues orders to his vastly outnumbered local training band. His Patriot force numbers 77 men.
Stand your ground. Do not fire unless fired upon.
At 5 a.m. on April 19, 1775, British Major John Pitcairn has his troops rush the Common screaming, "Huzzah!" to disorient the militia.
Huzzah!
His Redcoats number 400 light infantry. 5 minutes later, 8 Provincials lay dead on Lexington Common. Among the dead is Parker's cousin, Jonas. 10 Provincials were wounded, and 1 British soldier was wounded. The shot heard round the world meant there was no longer a path to reconciliation. When the British reached Concord, they began destroying what few hidden supplies remained. At the mill pond, Redcoats threw 100 barrels of flour and 550 pounds of musket balls into the water. They destroyed 3 massive cannons and set the gun carriages on fire. Seeing the smoke from the burning gun carriages, 400 or more militiamen on a nearby ridge feared that the British were burning their homes.
Sounds like the Patriots were losing everything.
Well, it's far from over. There's something brewing over at the Old North Bridge.
What happened there?
Well, I'll tell you. Those militiamen, angered by the thought of their homes going up in smoke, marched on the Redcoats who were guarding the Old North Bridge. Captain Isaac Davis led the colonial advance, declaring, "I'm not afraid to go, and I haven't a man that's afraid to go."
Did they go?
Go they did. The British fired warning shots into the river, followed by a ragged volley. Captain Davis and Private Hosmer are killed instantly.
A ragged volley?
Back in the day, British troops were trained to produce a round of simultaneous gunfire because one big blast sounds scarier than individual musket shots.
Pop, pop, pop.
Exactly.
Pop, pop, pop. Pop, 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 pop.
That's enough.
Pop.
Once shots rang out, the Patriot Major Buttrick yelled the historic order, "Fire! For God's sake, fellow soldiers, fire!" And fire they did. For the first time, Americans fired under orders. The 18-mile retreat was a gauntlet of fire. At Merriam's Corner, a narrow bridge trapped the British into a column 3 abreast, making them easy targets for the militia. Later, the British became trapped again at the Bloody Angle, a sharp curve in a wooded swamp where the Woburn, Lincoln, and Bedford militias unleashed a deadly crossfire. The militiamen utilized trees and stone walls, unleashing a continuous barrage of rifle fire. The Redcoats lost 30 men before retreating.
Under those conditions, I'd retreat too. Was that the end of it?
No. Stay tuned for part 3.